Kenyan e-visa is a straightforward process, and I can tell you and show you how to apply for your e-visa by yourself DIY. This is the part of the series, and travel to Kenya within 1 week. As you can see in the video that I'm showing you, I was in Kenya. I traveled to Nairobi. I went to several places. I stayed in the main town, the heart of the town, pretty city, where you get to experience everything fun about Kenyan nightlife. I mean, if nightlife is your theme, then you want to stay in Nairobi. But if you want to go to other places where you might experience the Masai Mara, the beach, Mombasa, those places are fun as well. But once you're done watching this video, you would see that you're going to get your visa within 3 working days. And that's what I'm here to do for you. I'm going to show you the step-by-step process through which you can fill your e-visa application online, the documentation that you need to upload. I would also show you and let you know. So once you have that done and you pay your application fee, you get your visa, you buy your flight ticket, you are in Kenya.
So we are live on the official website for your Kenya e-visa application. It's actually called the Electronic Travel Authorization. Now, it's pretty straightforward, and this particular link is going to be pasted on my description box. So you could just copy it, paste on your browser, and it will direct you here where you get to follow through with the process I'm about to guide you on. So as you can see, it says your visit to Kenya begins here. So you click on apply now, and it immediately loads this new page where you could see it says start your trip. All foreign visitors are required to apply except for EECA members, which are the East African bloc, listed on the right hand side here in yellow. But our concern is with the green bloc, where tourists and visitors are required to apply for the travel authorization. Now we click on the green bloc and it loads promptly, displaying how to apply. All visitors, including infants, are required to possess their eTA before traveling to Kenya. You don't start to apply after you've traveled, it's before you travel. Now, these are those whom are exempt. Of course, we aren't among those who are exempt, and I'm referring to Nigerians, so we are required to apply. Now you click on continue. You have to accept the declaration of consent for providing your documentation and other information on the official website. So you have to just come here, read through everything. If you see anything that's probably you're not settled with, but of course, then you click I have read and agreed. You don't need to click the second box which says opt in to enter giveaways or receive special offers. You don't want them bugging your email box, so you just click I have read and agreed to the above. Now click on continue. Now, as you could see, there are two major talking points here. The first one says individual application. I am applying for an individual alone, that's you. Or group application, maybe you and your family, you and your sibling, you and your friends. Now that's group application. You can submit a group application here. But however, for the sake of expediting this particular process, we're going to be clicking applying as an individual. Mind you, it's basically the same process. So applying as an individual, we select to apply as an individual. As you can see, it says country of residence. Please select your country of residence depending on where you're residing. It doesn't even matter where you reside. If you're residing in the UK, in the US, and you're a Nigerian passport holder, you can always come here and still apply for this Kenyan e-visa. That's the beauty of it. So just select your country of residence. For this case, we're going to select country of residence as Nigeria. Nigeria selected, then you click on continue. Now you're required to upload your international passports. I'm going to be uploading my international passport here, an old one that I do have. So you're supposed to have all those documents ready. Once you upload your international passports, I recommend that you have that saved in a folder so you can easily locate them for ease of upload when you're on the website. It's gonna scan the passport that you upload and automatically load all the information you have. As you can see here, it loads everything at once, but I don't want that information to review itself, so we click I have reviewed all the information I provided. So you click on continue. So you move on to the next place where it requires you to upload details of your photo. Now you can use the webcam on your computer to take a quick photograph of yourself, or if you already have one handy on your computer in the file that you have set aside, you just go there. I recommend strongly that you create a folder where you can easily locate all your documents. So we click on upload, and here it is. So like I said, you want to have a folder where all the documents you need to upload are already kept handy, which includes your passport data page duly scanned, properly scanned, your passport photograph, your itinerary, which will be your flight ticket, and your hotel reservation. Those are the documents you'll be uploading for this application. So we click on continue, and now you provide your phone number, contact information, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So physical address number 1, Fort number 4, 7th Street, Ikoyi, Lagos. So we just select a random address there and use occupation. Now you can scroll through the occupation part and pick which of them concerns you. So here there are multiple occupations. If you do not find what it is, you could click others. So for here, I'm just going to select self-employed. Emergency contact, maybe let's say Mr. Chukwu is the name of my emergency contact, and his number is 9. Now we've provided information of our emergency contact. It moves on to the next phase where it says trip information. As you can see, we've concluded the passport, the selfie, photo, contact information. Now it's to your trip information. What's your reason for travel? Obviously it's tourism, so we're going to locate tourism and select it. Depending on the reason for travel, there are other things there like friends and family, medical care, conference, business, but for the purpose of this application, we are selecting tourism.
Arrival details, put an ample time for arrival so you can allow 3 working days for your processing. So we choose 30th March as arrival. Arriving by what? By air. So of course there's by sea and land. I don't know who processes that, but our concern here is by air. So we're going to choose the airline, stating the airline as Kenya Airways. Choose the flight number. From your reservation you should have your flight number, but for the purpose of the application you're just going to choose KQ305. Then arrival airports, it's Jomo Kenyatta. If you're going to Mombasa straight up, then you're going to have to choose the Mombasa airports. So but for here we're arriving at Nairobi and choosing Jomo Kenyatta as the arrival airport. Origin of trip is Nigeria, noting that residence is also Nigeria, and the person will be coming from Nigeria. However, if you are coming from any other country, you could state that clearly here. Departure details, let's assume that you're going to spend about 5 nights, so you will leave on the 5th of April. Departure is also by air. You choose the airline that you're leaving with. In this case we choose Kenya Airways again, and then KQ304 as departure flight number. Departure airport, the same Jomo Kenyatta, which is the MBO, by the way, the capital city airport. Destination country, back to Nigeria. If you have an onward country that you'll be traveling to, you could clearly specify that. So for the purpose of the application, let's say we're staying at a hotel called Kilimani Hotel, and of course you'll be staying 30th to leave 5th. So click on continue, and now a few questions for you about travel information. Is your trip financed by a third party, which is not your employer nor a government? Well, in this case, it's not financed by any third party. You're financing your application yourself, so you just clearly say no. What is your country of birth? In my case, let's just choose Nigeria. What is your nationality at birth? Nationality at birth, still choose Nigeria. Have you ever been convicted of any offense under any system of law in the past 5 years? No. If you have, of course, you specify that. Have you ever been previously denied entry into Kenya? If you have, you select yes. If no, then no.
What's your marital status? If you're married, divorced, widowed, or single, let's assume you're single. You click on single. Have you previously traveled to Kenya? Well, for me, yes, but let's assume that you're a first-time applicant, so you say no. Click continue. The next page where you're going to be declaring how much you're traveling with. If you're traveling with more than 10,000 USD, you are expected to clearly declare that. But in this case, we're choosing no, that you're traveling with less than that, which is normal for international travel. So we click on continue. And you're expected to upload your flight reservation, which you also have attached in the folder here, flight itinerary. After uploading your flight reservation, you're also expected to upload your accommodation details as well. Nairobi accommodation. Note you'll have already booked your hotel. Next time I'm going to create a video for how you could make your hotel reservation. You upload the documents. As you could see, the itinerary is 100% uploaded. Then the accommodation as well is going to be completed very soon. Once that is uploaded, voila, you're done. You click on continue to the next phase. Now here you're going to have to accept all the declaration. I accept that I am the applicant and I understand and agree this declaration is final and irrevocable. Do you have any notes to state? For me, no. So you just click on continue. Now we are here. We've clicked on continue and it says application is complete just for you to make your payment. So I'll just review this with you. It says your application will be processed between 0 to 72 hours, but in some cases it may take longer. If your application is incomplete, you'll be denied. Now, for basic payment, single entry is 30 USD. If you want an expedited application process, maybe processed within 24 hours, you select the expedited option, which costs you 130 USD. So then you click on complete application to make your payment with your card. Noting clearly that this expedited payments, you can see the footnote here saying fastest processing. Your application will be placed in the highest processing queue for expedited processing. But no, we're selecting standard. So you just click on complete application. Yeah, so as you can see, you just make your payment, click on pay here, and it takes you to card. Click on next, insert the card information, put your email, your phone number, your country, whatnot, and you pay. And I can tell you that that is the entire process for your application. Now, if you enjoyed this process, subscribe and like, and don't forget to leave your comments. If you would like for me to make some more videos, for example, on how you can make a flight reservation itinerary for your visa applications, drop such comments. If you want me to also do how you could make your hotel reservation, drop your comments and let me know. I'll be looking forward to your feedback. But in the meantime, thank you for staying this long and do have a blessed day.